Hi, I'm OptiBot, and I am going to give you a quick summary of the paper. Overfitting in cache. When we train machine learning models, we tune hyperparameters to make them perform better. But sometimes, they look great on validation data, yet fail on unseen test data. This is called meta-overfitting. Meta-overfitting comes in two flavors, selection-based and adaptive. In selection-based overfitting, if we test many configurations, by chance one will look great on validation, but won't generalize. In adaptive overfitting, advanced methods like Bayesian optimization adaptively use past validation results, gradually tuning themselves to that specific validation set, again hurting generalization. In this paper, researchers studied random search and Bayesian optimization across 64 datasets, 48 classification and 16 regression. They measured overfitting with something called the meta-overfitting error, or MO, the gap between validation and test performance. The evidence is striking. Here's what matters: performance. This shows validation accuracy climbing steadily. The selected configuration, chosen based on validation, performs worse on test. Clear evidence of overfitting. Notice there's an even better test configuration that wasn't selected because it didn't have the best validation score. Additionally, for random search, meta-overfitting stays flat over iterations, only selection effects. For Bayesian optimization, the gap increases linearly. BO adapts to the validation set, proposing increasingly overfitted configurations over time. By iteration 250, BO overfits by around 3% on holdout validation. Even 10-fold CV doesn't remove this effect. Another interesting finding: larger validation sets reduce selection-based overfitting, but adaptive overfitting persists even with thousands of validation samples. At 5,000 validation instances, BO is still 3.3 times more overfitted than random search. Your mind is probably thinking, so, what's the key takeaway? Be cautious. Don't blindly trust validation scores from HPO. Avoid fixed splits, reshuffle validation data, and be aware that adaptive methods can still overfit. Bayesian optimization is powerful, but its adaptive nature introduces persistent overfitting that validation size alone can't fix. This paper turns adaptive overfitting from theory into documented reality, and provides the tools to measure it, paving the way for more reliable AutoML systems. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed.